Fuck, man. So I called my buddy this morning, see if I can run out to the cattle farm and get some, some cow poop for the garden beds. And I was just thinking about to myself, going, he's gonna call. I'm gonna start the live stream, and he's gonna call me back. And I'm gonna be stuck here in the middle, going, do I answer Andy or do I continue on the live stream to talk about poopy poop? I'll call him back. It's fine. I don't think he'll mind. I think that's normally how that works. You get thinking about something, going, oh, diggly dongly, diggly dongly. So, it's fine. It is fine. Ooh, let's grab my radio. I'm messing with the goats this morning because they keep playing on the road, so I'm parked at the end of the driveway, keeping them that way. Which there's no grass on the frickin' road. Why they in Sicily think they gotta go sit on the frickin' gravel road to play Frogger with the frickin' cars always upsets me. Always, 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 today and tomorrow will always upset me about the frickin' goats and their fascination with the road. I don't know. Oh. It's like that fat chunky butt right there. Big old fat chunky butt. Fat chunky butt. Old Bucky Buck. I'll show you old Bucky Buck. Come here. I'll show you old Bucky Buck. Fat chunky right there, see him? See it? Look at him. His fat chunky chunk butt. Can't behave him wherever he goes. He's the instigator of the day. He's like, come on, ladies. Let's go play on the... Yeah, wiggle your tail, you little butthole. You're still a troublemaker. Troublemaker. Don't know what the hell to do with him. Bad, he's a bomb. Exactly. He's a bad hombre. Blackbeard. I don't know. What the hell are you trying to say? He's a bad hombre. He's a pain in the ass. Pain in the ass. That's what he is. Just a. He knows better too. That's the bad thing. He is old enough to know better, not to play on the road. But he's like, nope, I'm gonna play on the road because I'm a selfish prick. Selfish prick. But we got babies coming, so I need them to learn to stay off the road, so they just stay. Because I free range, What was it? Well, Mary was a twin with Pippin. Pippin died here a couple years back, but they were the cutest little twins. Rumbunctious pains in the ass. I mean, they would just go and they'd play on the road too. I don't know how many times I had to chase them off the frickin' road because they were naughty goats, But it's all right. We will get used to it. Hello, mate. What is happening, sir? What's going on? What's going on? Everything's good, man. It's life. Life is as good as you make it. And today, life is pretty good. I'm waiting on a phone call so I can go get a load of manure so I can have healthy, stinky plants. But oh, yummy, yummy vegetables. Show us the back cam, mate. Let's check out the weather. Are you happy? The weather is blue. The sky is blue. Weather's good. Actually, it's nice today. Amazingly, I think it's going to be nice, cool breeze coming off the lake, coming up over the hillside. Boy, it was stanky hot the other day, though. Just stanky hot. Just freaking no wind flow, nothing. Just heavy ass freaking heavy UV rays burning my butt. Man, I was red. Well, actually, I was kind of like pink like a lobster. Lobster man, I was. But, there's that. So. Then I can't find my freaking bottom veneers this morning. So I look like a country hillbilly with my teeth all. Rawr. Can you play Truth or Dare? Yes. I dare you to go frickin' play Frogger out in the middle of the freeway and record it. How the hell are you going to play Truth or Dare on a frickin' game, man? Oh, I guess we could play Truth. I mean, I sure the hell ain't going to do no dares for free. Because, I have a price and I'm not a cheap bitch. So, there's that, But what do you do? I don't know. So. I could see it now. We're in about 6 months. I'm gonna be wearing a freaking road cone on my head and pink freaking lipstick, and going, I'm a pretty boy. I'm a pretty boy. I'm a pretty boy. Just so I can get a like, share, and subscribers. Fuck that. I got self-respect. I ain't putting on no damn pink lipstick to get you boys all flabbergasted and feel all hot and sexy about me. I have scruples. You hit the damn gym, you chubby pants. Only smelling salts, right? Only bath salts on the radio. Only bath salts. No pink lipstick. Get away from the road, ass monkey. Hey, Franklin. Shouldn't I even park it up at the end of the driveways, keeping them off the road? They're like, oh, we're going to come anyways. Little butt faces. All this property, beautiful grass everywhere, and then let's come play on the road. Thank you, sir. I like my sunglasses too. I'm even happier that I found the damn things. Because I tell you, I keep losing shit. This getting old stuff is for the birds. It is for the birds. Every time I turn around, I can't remember when the hell I left something. It's like, what the hell's going on here? I think I broke my finger. I don't know how the hell I did that. I bought a new toy. Ooh, tell us, Trey. I'd like to know about your new toy. What kind of toy did you get? Tell me. Tell me about your toy. Oh, all right. Totally not what I was expecting, but it's fine. I thought it was going to be something exciting. That's cool, though. A P365X Marco. Of course, I don't want to chase them too much, though, because I don't want to put them into premature labor by chasing them around. So, I mean, I do want my babies, but... And now they're not my babies, you weirdos. They're the goat's babies. They're Bucky's babies, but still they're mine. I mean, I'm going to want to have to end up taking care of them. Shut up, come on. Why the hell are you hitting the car for, you jackass? Get off the road. Hey, Georgia. Bitch. Get off the fucking road. No. Get off the fucking road. Get off the fucking road. Assholes. The road is not a safe place to be. Especially if they get ran over by a car and I got to put a goat in the freezer. That's never good. Why be grumpy? Why be happy? Being happy's bullshit. Grumpy's the way to be. It's exhilarating. Being happy and prissy's for prissy boys. Grumpy's the old man's way. Don't be a prissy boy. Be an old boy. Be grumpy. Being a Trump supporter makes you go, no, being a Trump supporter actually makes me a lot of money in my pocket and fucking gives me a big dick. Because I'm not a Democrat. With the little tiny boy syndrome. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Are you a little boy? Are you a little boy syndrome? Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Every time the girls see you, they're going like, hi, little boy. You're like, oh, stop it. Is that you? Huh? I think so. Right? I mean, shit, being grumpy fucking makes you be able to lift heavier weights and use that adrenaline, whoa, you know, that pissed off nature in life, you know? No, it works for me. I must have upset Alternative. He got all sad. He didn't like being called a little boy. Little boy. Winky, winky, winky. Don't talk shit about my president. Silly little monkeys. Silly little monkey. I was listening to this other YouTuber this morning. It was a primarily black YouTuber channel, right? And pretty much 90% of the whole entire panel was disagreeing with the guy was saying. But he's like, we're losing rights under President Trump. And I'm like, okay, well, which rights have you lost? No, I want them to tell you which rights they've lost. But they sure keep going, we're losing our rights. We're going back into slavery. How? Tell me. Explain it to me. I want to know. You know? Tell me your inept fears. I'd like to hear about your inept fears, you know? Tell me. Tell me. Tell me your radicalism, you know? Tell me your lies and your propaganda and your bullshit that you're trying to get millions of people to believe when it's not true. So. I don't know. Have you seen all those mass exodus videos of liberals leaving liberal areas and heading for red states and red cities for a safer, better, more incumbent life, you know, so they can have a better life for their children? There's probably over 10,000 so far. People are like, I'm leaving liberalism because it's bullshit. And then they go and they're like, oh, Republicans are right. Life is so much better as a Republican. You're just so much happier. You know, it just makes your heart just pitter patter, just boom, 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 boom. You know, you know, it's fabulous. You know, as nothing I can do a white person. I mean, that's what I'm saying. You know, but I keep hearing these black YouTubers telling everybody they're like, we're losing rights. Where? When? How? I don't know. Hello, Eric. I wish they could tell. I mean, I watch them because I'm trying to learn here. You know, I'm into it. Tell me. And they, you know, they never tell you. They never do. They just sassafras about everything. Just. I think if Eric hits the gym anymore, he's going to be like completely this roar. Dude's already ripped out, man. Already. Shit, I might have to start hitting the gym just so I can keep up with you guys. Well, the true train is a lot easier. What the fuck are you talking about? See, Franklin, this is what we talk about when you point out stupid fucking things when it's not true. You got to stop doing that. That's the stupidest fucking thing. This is why I get mad at you, because you point out stupid fucking shit that does not exist in the real world. It does not. You're a moron. This is why you always get in trouble when you come on here, because you point out those liberal bullshit propaganda lie talking points that are not true. Black people have more advantages today in 2026 than they have ever in the whole entire historical history of man. So you're a moron. Jesus. Go away. I'm not dealing with stupid today. I'm not. Bullshit, retarded fucking dumbasses. Barriers. What fucking barriers do they have as black people? Franklin, what? Because racists like you put barriers up for them? Good God. You know, more black millionaires will be made under President Trump than any other sitting president in U.S. history. But all the barriers, they can't do anything. Black universities have more money now because of Donald Trump than any other sitting president. So now they can go for higher education. Oh my God. The fuck are you talking about? Fucking stupid. He points out bullshit fucking liberal talking point retard shit. It's like, God damn, you cannot be that fucking stupid. That you can't go out and, I mean, I've been to more cities than this kid will ever be to him. I've been to every black fucking city in the United States. Every fucking one of them. It's a bullshit lie. Fuck me. They have barriers and they don't have the opportunities and nah. Fuck. This is why you should have to be 25 years old before you can vote. 25. You have to have at least some living experience before you should be able to physically vote. Exactly. He should hit the gym to work out that brain word. You know? New song coming out. No. Did you just post a new song, Yuki? That's freaking awesome. You're doing a twofer. Twofer songs. Twofer songs. Next thing Franklin's going to tell you is blacks aren't smart enough to know how to get an ID to go vote. That's going to be his next one because that's his liberal talking points. It's going to tell you that they can't get an ID to vote, even though everybody has a fucking driver's license or an ID or a birth certificate or a well, people only get passports when they travel, but you know. But you know how you get a passport? You got to have an ID or birth certificate. You go to the post office, you fill out paperwork, you give them your money, and 60 to 90 days, you got a passport. It's not rocket science. It's idiot proof. Because everybody's gone to a post office. Everybody has a post office. It tells you right on the wall how to obtain a U.S. passport. But according to the Democrats, you gotta have a college degree in frickin' rocket science to learn how to get a passport. I'm just saying, it's the big R word, man. I've never heard so much stupidity in 2026 come out the mouth of supposed educated people. That scares me. I'm in the military in India. Do you do the whole high kick? Just asking. You guys got kind of pretty uniforms. Yes, because none of them have a fucking job, Franklin. They're all poor. They can't go get an ID because everybody has. Because you got to have an ID to get a job. You have to have a phone number to get a job. You got to have a birth certificate to get a job. I mean, the whole talking point is you're fucking stupid. It's not true. It's not fucking true. Okay, you got over the day, Franklin. I'm telling you, I'm not dealing with propaganda retards. Not today. Because you say the stupidest shit out of your mouth. That's false. It's a lie. You're such a bigot. You fucking literally believe that black people are so poor, ignorant, and stupid, they can't get an ID or birth certificate or social security card. You people drive me you literally dumb. You're telling me 67 million people are so poor and ignorant, they don't know how to fucking vote. Really? Stupidest goddamn thing I've heard this morning. And the stupid thing is they're so dumb, they don't know they're dumb. They continue on the same goddamn. Kid probably lives in an all-out fucking white damn fucking city talking about black problems. Never been to a black city in his life. Fuck, he's probably never met a black person. He's probably the first person you'd see that probably, oh my God, black person, and run away because he wouldn't know what the fuck to do with himself. He'd probably shit his pants. I think I was pretty clear when I started this channel. Grumpy does not deal with ignorant bigotry. Do not. First black person in the white community, you know, I just got a coconut gum at different streams, Christ, but you know, I have many darker melatonin friends. I got many black friends, and they laugh at idiots like that all day. They're like, "What the fuck are you talking about, man?" You know, it's just. The sad thing is, though, people literally believe their talking points. Like, oh, we're so oppressed. We don't know. What do you mean? How are you oppressed in America? You are. If you live in America, you are sure the fuck are not oppressed. You are living in a. And the only way you're oppressed because you're oppressing yourself. Because there's opportunity everywhere. Do I have a question? I don't know what. Or can you ask a question? And Franklin went bye-bye. Yes, he did. Again, he got grounded again because he's like alternative. He just spews bullshit that's not true in reality. You know, they say they're high-thinking, educated fucking people, but when you spew stupidity, you gots to go. You know? Because every time they open their mouth, you have to wash so many times. I mean, technically, they say you should wash your hair every like 2 to 3 days because your hair naturally needs oils. But I mean, and they say you should bathe every other day because it's actually because you should. Because if you wash too much, you actually wash away the good bacteria your body needs to you know. I like washing every day, but they say you shouldn't wash every day because certain the bacteria on your skin, things like that, little bugs and shit, you know, that your skin needs. Can't the board of one appoint me? Well, the board's kind of been like on hiatus lately. Like you lifting tray, you know, it's just oh. You know, if you date fat girls, you don't got to go to the gym because then you just lift them all day long. You know, you have to save Trump for that. What am I saving Trump for? Trump is a big boy. He has a big secret service that protects him. Oh. That's another thing I'm getting really sick and tired of people that, you know, they say they're educated, you know, but, and these are supposed to be, this weird thing is these people are supposed to be like the whole anti-gun, peace-loving, hippie doodahs, right? You know, they're supposed to be like, end world hunger, let's end world killing, let's not be violent people. They do the most violent shit. They are extremely hypocrites when it comes to, I mean, literally. They'll burn down a whole freaking city when they throw a tantrum. They'll rob stores. Because have you ever noticed every time there's a Democrat protest, the first thing these stores do is they go get the plywood and they like plywood up the whole entire freaking town. They like they'll board up the whole freaking city during a Democrat protest. For those people that are supposed to be the most non-violent, loving creatures on planet Earth, they're sure fuck violent, you know? Oh, they're easy to manipulate. Shit, even Islam says they're the most easiest manipulated person on planet Earth. I mean, you know, when the people that wanted to take over the world say they would rather deal with an easy manipulated person like a liberal, that should tell you that they're not smart. You know, that's where I got on that one. That they should know better by now. Non-violent, give them guns. Yeah, they want to take your guns, so they have guns, so you can't defend yourself. So when they come to tell you that only their way is the right way, you know why. Because I mean, they did it in Australia, they've done it in Canada, they've done it in England, they've done it all over Europe, and now look at them. They're all being overran, and it's weird to me that I know I got into a lovely conversation with this guy about England and Ireland and all that, and how the violent crimes have gone up against little kids. And he's like, that's not happening. Yes, it is. It's all over the frickin'. Yes, it is. No, it's not. Show me proof. I have this one key thing in life that, I'm going to give you the opportunity to go find it. Because if you're not even willing to go do the research yourself to prove yourself wrong, to go see that there is actually the violent crime is actually up against children, you're a sad individual. You know what I mean? That's just now China's dancing with them. Well, China keeps up their shit. China's going to end up bankrupt because they're running out of oil supplies. And we've hit them with a whole bunch of sanctions. If we stop buying from China, China's pretty much going to be done. That's why I'm never really too worried about, big World War III happening in modern times, because literally because Europe can't afford to fight in a world war. Even with all the countries together, they don't have the money. China, literally, if they started war with anybody, they'd only be able to financially fight a war for a year. They don't only have fuel long enough to go for 3 months, so they would literally have to move everything they got within the first 3 months, because they're going to be out of fuel. Russia can't even can't even move forward into Ukraine without getting pushed back. So I'm really not too worried about a big world war. I mean, maybe a civil war in the next 10 years. I could see a civil war breaking out. They had multiple countries, full civil unrest, but citizens against the government, citizens against other citizens. But I really don't see another world war happening in our lifetime. Hey, Gigi. You know what I mean? Because financially, it's not really feasible because the whole world's a trade encumbrance. Just to something like that would completely cripple every freaking economy quickly. So I think that's why we've been having so many freaking proxy wars in the Middle East since the 60s. We just go boom, boom, boom. It's cheaper to have a proxy war in the Middle East than it is actually to take on one of the big seven. Just virtually. And I could be wrong. I mean, if World War III starts tomorrow, I'll come on here and I'll say I was wrong, but I don't see it happening. I don't. I know everybody's like, oh my God, that's like the war with Iran. Well, actually, the war ended because Trump's 60 days came to a halt. So, and he literally had to cut off his the war act. I got to cut him off. Then he has to wait until they're re-aggressive, and he can restart it without congressional approval. So it's such a stupid game. Actually, amazingly, I mean, if you go from the 80s to today, there's a lot of things that are a hell lot cheaper today than they were in the 80s. And there's a lot of things that are a lot more expensive today than there was in the 80s. But price wise, depending on what you're talking about, shit's actually cheaper because like car tabs and car insurance and shit was way more expensive in the 80s than it is today. You know, just in general, it's way cheaper. I mean, and fuel could be dealt with, but apparently our government sucks and they don't want to do their jobs. So how's the home expensive, land expensive? You can't go have good research in DC. DC has no control over homes or land value. That's a state, county, and city issue. It has nothing to do with DC at all. None, zero. Yeah, that literally has nothing to do with the president. The cost of your home, the cost of your land. Well, because even your land taxes have nothing to do with DC. That's state by your county. That's set by your county auditor's office. It has nothing to do with your federal government. Because I pay no federal land tax. I haven't even heard of. I mean, it maybe, but the federal government has no. They can do a monetized frickin'. But the problem with it is, even if DC writes a, the only thing DC has control over is low income housing that receives federal grant money. The state and city still has control over the rest of your rent and shit like that. So that's a complete misconception to the T anyway. So, but I agree with Trump. We need to kick the can down the buck back to the frickin' states, and states need to start doing their jobs instead of relying so heavily on the federal government to hold their hand. You know, we have way too much shit in the hands of the Fed. You know, the way our country was designed is independent states. They were supposed to run themselves like an independent country. We were never supposed to have full out federal government control over a state. If you answered what I said, I missed it. What'd you say, Trey? What's your what like? I'll give you my opinion, Trey. What do you want? That's your question. Wind. It is windy. Yes. Time to do that a lot more. What? I may not add based. Oh. Oh! I watched your weird Irish game. What the WTF, man? WTF. They're patting a little fucking ball across the soccer field. What kind of game is that? what's your question, Trey? Good God, it was. I watched that going. That is incompetent. Like imagine you have 50% positive environment, 50% negative. You spend 10% of F for the negative factor instead of taking a hard, strong 50%. I mean, virtually, yeah. Fastest ball sport in the world. I don't know if it was a fastball sport or not, but it was with their big stick paddles, boop 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 boop, bounce a little volleyball, and then you know, it's like they took 15 games and they made it into one. It was really, it hurt my head just to watch it. So, I think it's blocking my comment. Oh, it shouldn't be. I turned that off. I'm 25. Am I wrong for being with a 20? No, she's over 18 and no longer accumulates the 3-year loss. So I mean, go for it. I mean, as long as she's legal, what's the problem? I mean, the only difference is she can't chase you. Well, you don't drink anyways, Trey, so that doesn't really matter. But you know, She can't. She can't find you. Well, she can, but she can't legally go in. So there's that. So I don't see a problem with it. Because you're both at this time. That's consenting. I mean, that's actually a perfect age gap distance. For your age. You can, Eric. I want to. You're. No. Sweet home. I hope it's not Alabama. What's not Alabama? No, I live in I'd love to live in Alabama. I'd be rich in Alabama. I'd be a king in Alabama. I'd have so much freaking money in Alabama. If I took what I have here and I went to Alabama, I'd be a rich motherfucker. I could make it rain like a bitch. I'm only poor because I'm in a blue state, But if I took my income and what I have and I moved to a red state, fuck, I'd be a god, dude. I'd be a king. He's not saying that he's daddle-daddling with his third cousin, and taking his sister to prom. He asked if him to being 25, dating a 20-year-old was bad. Fuck no. Age is just a number. I mean, shit, my grandfather was 50, and his second wife was like 26 when they got together. So, maybe he was in his 40s and she was in her 20s. So, I mean, and shit, they weren't even married for the first 4 children. So they didn't get married until my dad and aunt were born. So I don't know. Fuck, he had 3. I think there's 5 of them. See, he had 8 children. Damn, which wife? I mean, if it's mutual maturity, and you like each other, fucking do it. That's the way I look at it. If you get along, perfect. I am so not gonna make that dirty. I'm not gonna make that dirty. I'm gonna behave myself. I'm going to behave myself. I am not going to turn that sticky one into a sticky situation and make it all bad. No, I am not. Out of the gutter, out of the gutter, out of the gutter. Back to focus, back to focus. I'm an adult. I'm going to try, okay? I'm working on it. I'm getting my mind out of the gutter. I am working on a... Yeah. I mean, they're both legal age. I mean, I don't see the... I don't know. Go for it, Trey. I mean... Dun, dun. No, 18 is legal. Well, and that's the one that really, really nice. I'm like a 3/16 black. Does that count? I was asking for a friend. Oh, anyways, back to what before I got. Well, that's just rude, man. Rude, rude. That's all right. I'm Shell. I forgive. Oh, anyways, back to my in general thought here. You know, when they were talking about like underage marriage and all that, and how many states you have to be. My state is one of the youngest states that you can legally get married in. Right, at 16. And a lot of your other states have all gone up to 18 as consenting age for without needing a parent consent. And almost every state has a 3-year law on the matter. So if you're over, I think it's 16. If you're over 16, there's a 3-year law. There's a 3-year law, right, that you can date somebody. So say if you're 16, they can be up to 19 years old because it always accumulates of age. So it's not illegal. Because when they did that, because high schools like seniors date freshmen, it happens, right? But then you have all these people going, oh, there's young weddings going. Yeah, for high school students that had an oops, and some 18-year-old kid married some 16-year-old girl. That's not it has been going on for hundreds of years, But we live in a society now that they take the smallest little percentage of the fucking less than 1% of the population is happening, and they make this a whole a whole major freaking to do. When it's not a major, because most people today are in their 30s now before they're even thinking about having children, and getting married. So, child marriage is 40 years old in 13 years. Child marriage is 40 years and 13 years. What? Yeah, maybe if you're in frickin' an Islamic country, not in America. See, I think you even have to be 16 or 18 in England. What's up, Sanchez? Long time no see. I mean, shit, our laws have been pretty much the same forever and I know Idaho now you have to be 18 because there were so many people running in Idaho to get married at 16, but now you have to be 18 in Idaho. Same with Nevada. You have to be 18 in Nevada. There's a lot of red states you literally have to be 18 unless your parents are sitting there with shotguns going, he got my baby pregnant. He's going to marry her, But other than that, no. Now, Oregon, California, and Washington have really low age because you can literally, and they point it where, because you can be legally abandoned by your parents at a certain age. You can get, the words coming to me, you can get emancipated at a certain age. And so that's where Washington sits. I think it's 14. You can get emancipated in Washington at 14, where you can legally divorce your parents. So, which you can't even rent a house. You can't buy a car. You can't get a debit card. You can't legally go to work. I mean, you can work at 14. You can work like 2.5 hours a day, it's like 20 hours a week at 14. So, I mean, you can't really afford anything. So the whole thing was just a stupid law, And you can't even legally be you can't even be legally allowed to be left alone at 14, but you can get emancipated. That's what I don't understand about Democrat law. They write some of the stupidest freaking laws, So they allow. It blows my mind. Some of the stupid laws they write, which, it was like that kid, and I can't remember what city he's in, but he's running for mayor or governor or some shit like that. He's 14 or 15 years old. The dude can't even legally vote. He can't legally own anything. He can't legally sign anything. So he couldn't even sign anything into law. He's like, age shouldn't matter for politics. Well, it does for law because you have to be 18 before you can legally sign something, so I wish the kid luck and all that, but everything he signs isn't legally bounded, so, it's just weird to the extent of things, you know what I mean? Cinnamon! What's going on, Cinnamon? He's gonna ask his mom. His mama can't sign. That wouldn't be legal. Only he can legally sign the government paperwork because he's the government official. So, oh man, could you imagine the political snafu nightmares that they would have to jump through just to make anything that he did legally? I mean, oh man. Oh, are you Mr. Clean? I mean, I did take a shower this morning, so I feel clean. But no, I have hair. I'm not bald. I got my toupee on. You got your toupee on? I got my toupee on. Miss Cinnamon. I'm not ignoring you, Rock. He will be in charge. He will be charged as an adult. Who? Who will be charged as an adult? He will be charged as an adult. Who? Those. He is going to ask his mom. Well, well, maybe, but still, I mean, maybe, but he still can't legally. I mean, that's the only snafu is he could run for political office because there's no actual physical thing that says he can't legally run for office at his age. But the problem is they would literally have to change every freaking state statute for him to be able to legally sign anything. Then they'd have to go and they'd have to change federal law, federal and state law, just to allow him to legally be able to sign anything. So the whole thing would be a political nightmare. I mean, so it would literally take 20 years to get all the laws passed before he could even be able to sign anything into law. He couldn't even sign it into law that he's legally allowed to sign something into law. So, man, what a clusterfuck that would be. That would be so foobar. I mean, the kid did have some good ideas. He did. He literally had some good ideas. I'll give him that. But, you know, would I vote for a 14-year-old kid? No. I raised kids. I've had teenagers. I know what the teenage brain thinks. They go squirrel very fastly, you know. So that's just where. I mean, anybody that's been a parent with teenagers would say no to voting for a kid. I mean, it would be scary. It literally would be, you know. Just in generally that, you know. And you never know. I mean, well, no, because even if you go back in history and you know, even with the child kings and all that, bad things happened to their children. So I don't think that would really be too particular. No, I can't do it. There's too many negatives, not enough positives to. I mean, but I think politically though, I think you should have to be 25 before you can legally run for office, and you can't be older than 65 to be in office. So I think. In that 40-year period, I think that's where we should have a cutoff. You know, 25 to 65. You know, because I really don't think we need. Have you seen some of those little bastards we have in government? Fucking 90%. You know, they're sleeping during votes. They're not even listening to the damn thing going on. It's just like, what the hell are we doing here? You know, and the weird thing is, these people keep voting for them. That's what scares the hell out of me. You know. They keep saying we need younger people. Then why do you keep voting in these old ass freaking dinosaurs? You know? That's my thought. Are you joking or did you really? I was adopted by the gym. Sexy. I want to get adopted by a donut shop. Then I can have an American Pie story. With the jelly donuts. I make them cream filled. Cream of Sonia. Actually, it'd be cream of old man guy now because I'm no longer young. So it'd be the cream of old man guy. Did you pick a mod yet? No, they haven't decided yet, Brock. They're still in because Yuki's been busy on her own, doing her own YouTube and thing. Eric's been on his own personal relief, and Tristan's been kind of dealing with work in court. So when the council of blue have reached an agreement, you will know who the next mod is. I promise you will know. So, but it's like a job application, Rock. You know. Oh, so finally the fire got extinguished. Which fire? Oh, in my background? I know, I just didn't put a background in today. I'd like to just list some reasons. God. See what you started, Rock. I am the fire extinguisher lover. Yes, you are. I don't have one in the car. Oh, I used to. I have a cup full of caps. As I was going to make a. So I was going to take a whole bunch of beer caps and, boop, and put them on and get some of that clear polymer and make a bar topper. I probably should not be driving around with these in my car, though. I could see some zealous cop going, "Have you been drinking?" No, I've been saving. I'm recycling, bitch. Cops get a little mad when you call them a bitch, though. I don't know why, you know. We're supposed to be protecting our First Amendment right to call a cop a bitch. But some cops be a bitches, you know. You can agree to disagree with me. I'm okay with that one. But I got loads of this on the property. This white quartz, not tons of it. Of course, you know they say where you find an abundance of white quartz, you have a high chance of finding gold. And I found no gold. There's a lot of white quartz, so I think they lie. Does a rock have a hair? I thought rock was all waxed and smooth. Not these rocks. These rocks are porous and they're good for cleaning dead skin cells. You know. Something like that. Man, that was a fast hour. So I'm not 100% sure if we're doing Grumpy's and Sons tonight. We're probably going to have to do a rain check because the boy might be in the middle of doing other things tonight. So he don't know yet. He'll let me know. So. It's fine. I won't cry that he won't come on. So. Someone is missing someone here. Who's missing who? Tell us what you know. Who is it? Do I have a spy? I like when I have spies. It humors me. Let's go, Grumpy and Eric tonight. I mean, we could if Tristan don't come off. Eric wants to. We actually need to get Yuki back on here because we still need to do. We still. I mean, if Tristan don't come on, that we still need to do spookies and things because we haven't done spooky and things in like 2 weeks now. So. Oh my God, you two. Someone deleted his comment. Yes. Who? Did I miss something? Don't brush. I didn't have teeth. It doesn't matter. Hey, where the hell is Epic? Man, I hope that dude's okay. I hope he didn't get kidnapped on his vacation. That'd suck. Rocks are more powerful than the whole universe. All right. We'll throw rocks on King. I hate that. Man, you guys get, he's not Justin. You don't like Justin. It's okay. We can be friends as well. Hey, what happened to my little military guy who was just here? Did he leave us? I was having fun with him. He didn't really talk much, though. I have found out about our Indian friends. They don't really talk much. They come, they say one or two things, and they leave. That's all right, though. You are Justin. Hello, Justin Harris. Haven't seen you in a hot minute. Well, I guess I saw you yesterday, but you at least you changed your name back to Justin. I crushed my own. You know what's horrible about, you know what's funny about this whole entire situation here? And since day one, since I started this channel, I've said I'm a rock farmer, right? And literally everybody, then I have a whole bunch of rocks that are now following me. I have a rock army. Does that make me rock hard? Because I got a rock army, since I'm a rock farmer? Just saying. How weird would that be? No, I'm the only true. Yeah, that's true, but I'm still a rock farmer. Come hang out the property. You ain't gonna find nothing but a rock. I got rocks. Frick, I got rocks everywhere. Rocky rocks. I got rocks in my car. I got rocks in the brain. I got rocks in the shoes. I got rocks in the crane. I even had this cute little Dutch church key before the dogs chewed it up. It looked really cool. It was a little Dutch too, little church key. Everybody needs a church key. I don't know why they call it a church key though. Because it's for opening booths. What does the church have to do with opening booths? I don't know. That's one of those weird mysteries, I guess, that the world may never know. It's like how many licks does it take to get to the Tootsie Roll Center of Tootsie Pop? 1, 2, crunch. Thank God for that L, or we never would have known. Actually, they do know. I think it was like 23,000 licks or something like that. Somebody actually tried it, and they. Could you imagine how much time you have on your hands to lick a Tootsie Roll Pop just to get to the Tootsie Roll Center? I always like the bubblegum suckers, though. But the flavor sucked, though. Because you'd sit there and the sucker was great. But you'd finally get to the bubblegum, and the flavor lasts like 10 seconds. You're, No, there's that, No. Bucky's trying to climb my dirt pile. There he goes. Stupid goat. Get out of my dirt. I don't want your stinky goatness all over my clean dirt. Clean dirt. Of course. Then I'm going to add cow manure to it as soon as I get the phone call. Then I'll be all covered in kibble poop today. I'm under man and the rockiest rocks. Rock around. Aha! I found it. Oh my God, I was so excited. Right? Fuck yesterday, I was losing everything. I lost my glasses, I lost my chew, I found my chew, and I found my glasses. I was like I was happy as a fat kid in a candy store yesterday. I was like, yay! But then somehow I misplaced my bottom freaking teeth this morning. So and I still have no idea where the hell my eyeballs were at, which is still driving me absolutely freaking bonkers. To the bunkiest. Because I was being really good about not like just leaving them places. I was really bad about just leaving my eyeballs places. you know. And I just set him down and like walk away. Hi, Penelope. How's your day going? But I bet you they're. I bet you $1. I bet you $1. They're down in one of the trucks on the road. In one of the trucks on the road, because I'm really bad about that. Just I'll be working on something. I'll take. That's how I found my sunglasses. It was in the back of the Ranger because I was working on that little. I was taking that motor apart when I blew it up. Oh, my day's been very lovely. Thank you for asking. But I think after the live stream, probably I'll just drive down the road and check the trucks because I bet you, if I go open one of the hoods on one of the trucks down there, I bet you I'll find my glasses. How crazy would that be? I'm so bad at it. Well, I don't want to break them. I've broken so many pairs by wearing them. It's like my dad has a service box on the back of his truck, right? And he wanted just an inside toolbox, so I built him a toolbox. I built him a whole box on the inside of his service bed. I smashed my phone because I had my back pocket. That sucked. So, the good thing though is because I had to order me a new one. It took like 8 days to get a new phone. I read a whole bunch of books, and Grumpy's normally not a reader, but I read a whole bunch of books that week. I'd read like 1 or 2 books a day, and trust me, I'm not a reader. But, it happens. Shrimp, not. All right, conservatives are doing something. Oh, did you hear? Man, I think it was Indiana. I think it was state of Indiana. We frickin' kicked ass. We got rid of all the rhino scum, replaced them all 100% MAGA. Now we got 49 more states to go. Get rid of all that rhino dirt. Rhinos. They leave a worse taste in my mouth than leave a worse taste in my mouth than a frickin' Democrat. Because they're like backstabbers. Ooh, I hate back. They're lying back. Oh shit! I've lost my tissue. Oh, good God! Well, there goes the rest of my brain cells. Blew them all on my nose. My mini pole! Fishing for subs. Sub fisher. I really need to clean the back of that car out again. Oh. Because that's horrible. Then I need to go to a car wash because, in the wintertime, you get a lot of mud in your car. So I need to go to a car wash, take the the simple green the floors and the pressure wash them out, and then go to the vacuum and suck all the water out, clean the carpets. The only thing I liked about my Jeep, when I had my Jeep, is I tore all the carpet out, and so I could just hose it all out, and I didn't really have to worry about it because I had all the drain holes. But which I never understood why they put carpet in cars. They should the whole bottom should like just be rubber matting. Why do they put carpet in cars? It's stupid. It's always dirty. You gotta always clean it. Did you go on a road trip or something? I went to town, and I'm sitting up on top of the front of the road, keeping the goats that way because for some reason they can't behave themselves and stay off the road. So I'm hoping with sitting here it keeps them that way. I like going on a road trip though. I've been on actually. Technically, if I go to town, it's other than the little city I live next to, but if I actually have to go to town, it is a road trip because the round trip was about 110, 120 miles to if I went to the big city or not. Normally when I go shopping, but there's no. You know, I should go get a coffee. I haven't had coffee in forever. Coffee in forever. Government IDs, government IDs. Everybody needs government IDs. That and 50 cents don't mean two tits of a monkey butts. But everybody should have them, though. You know, we could all be government. We could be spies. Does anybody remember the old Playboy Players Clubs back in the day that they went out of business? I actually still have the original players deck for the old Playboy Club. But no, I can't show you the front. I can't show you. Hey, Tay Tay, I can't show you the actual playing cards themselves because they are not YouTube appropriate. But yeah, I got the whole. my. Whew, what is that? I got a note. What the hell does the note say? Didn't say shit. It's blank, but yeah, the old. Boy, they were expensive back in the day. Look at that. Oh, no, that's for photos. 150 photos, 16 full colors, maximum. Oh, that's a book. No. Well, I mean, I can cover up the pictures, but I mean, look at that. 19 bucks for back in the day cards. 19 bucks. Those are some very expensive playing cards for the 80s. The 80s were expensive. I'd love to have that for the day. Yeah. Ding dong. Oh. Oh. Oh, anyways. So I was telling you about the cards about my ex-stepson. He was 9 at the time. 9 at the time. He had found my cards, right? And they were in my drawer, so he was going through my drawer. But you know, he found my cards, and he was walking around the house and going, "Look what I got!" I'm like, I think it was my son or my daughter at the time. You can't have those, and I think it was Tristan that took them away at the time. But it was still funny, you know. No, but I mean, they're a collector's item, you know, because shit, the Playboy Club, I think, went out of business in the 90s, early 90s, you know. It was just a gambling casino. That's all it was. It was a gentleman's club. Well, it wasn't a gentleman's club. It was more of a. It was a poker playing club's what it was, where people went and smoked cigars and drank booze and played cards and things, you know. So they just had pictures of the ladies up on the walls and the cards, and I don't want to bring anyone down. What's going on, Tay Tay? Why are you depressed? What is going on? What's the matter? I'm going to open this up. Get some airflow. Oh, a million times better. Don't really have anything funny today. Normally, I feed off the comments and the viewers, but all we had lately today was make me a mod and fight about who was the rockiest rock of the rockiest land, the rockiest world, and the rockiest plant, and the rockiest time, and the rockiest rock. So I had nothing with that one. Even though we still think Rocky uses hot wax to polish himself, you know, he gets that warm sensation. Just that. That's probably for another show, because he gets the Rocky Brazilian. I know, pretty lame. It's okay. Hey, can you bring me my other monster? Please. Thank you. What? Some things on top. Long, short story. I'm losing my mom to cancer multiple, but not focusing on that. Let's try to have a good time. Oh, that sucks. I'm sorry. We'll send prayers. Prayers typically work. And I got to think of a joke. I don't really have any jokes today. I got in a fight today with somebody that's dumb. That was pretty fun. I liked it. It was pretty fun for me. He's probably all mad now. I gotta time that again. Me. But you know, it's like dumb. Can I tell that joke? No, I can't tell that joke. That's not YouTube appropriate. No. What happened with Dum Dum? Which Dum Dum? There's been so many. I mean, we were talking about. I was watching a show this morning, right? I was watching, this black commentator, and and all these black Democrats. They're talking about how they've lost rights, and I'm like, well, what rights have you lost? Because they haven't lost any rights, right? And then this guy's like, well, they have so many struggles and hurdles today, and I'm like, what? And he just kept going. He couldn't prove what he's saying, so it's like, goodbye, dum dum. Goodbye today. I'm out of service one more time. Come back tomorrow and try again. You can have your own opinion, but at least have the facts to back up your opinion, because we don't do propaganda here. We do opinions and jokes and funny ha-has. We don't do fake, misguided freaking propaganda, diversional bullshit. No. Oh man, I should put my shorts back on. Remind me I need to put oil in the lawnmower today, because I need to. Well, I don't really need to haul any more dirt till I go get the cow manure, though, because I want to mix the manure in with before I put layer of layers. So I might be going getting you a load of cow shit this weekend to mix in with your.
Okay.
So I'm waiting for Andy to call me back, but it's good aged. It's well seasoned.
That's gross.
Well, don't mix it with your hands. Use your little hand tiller.
What's the difference? It's just fucking plant.
Well, I mean, wash your hands after you touch the poopy poop, I guess. That's like when Jamerson was rolling in it. That was gross. Down at the campground, when they put the manure in with the dirt and everybody's rolling in the dirt piles up top, they were rolling around the poop. That was pretty funny. And I had to go and tell their parents, you probably shouldn't be letting your kids roll around that big piles of poop. Or at least go wash your kids afterwards. I mean, to be fair, there probably should have been a sign: dirt may contain poo products, could cause pink eye. I mean, I am freaking congested this morning. Sorry about that. Got to see my brain matter. Guess what does the brain matter? Not much, apparently. But... Oh, diggity dog, diggity dog, diggity dog. I think we've lost everybody. Tough crowd today. Good Lord. Tough crowd. Everybody must have went back to work or something. I lost my friends. What is up, RH6761? All right. Well, that's good that you're still here. These goats are being very horrible. They're not cleaning the weeds fast enough. I'm going to have to get the weed whacker out. And maybe that's what I'll do. I'll mow today. I'm going to start trolling soon. All right. Well, let me know, and we'll see how good of a troll you can be. Just be an appropriate troll. Don't be an inappropriate troll, because inappropriate trolls get vacations. Unless you're going to go troll somebody else. And we totally support you going. We'll give you a list of people to go troll. No, I'm kidding. You know. Well, after probably getting trolled for shit like that, giving that list of people. Oh, I got one for you that kind of burnt my butt the other day. So this guy come on here and told me some guy was making freaking videos of me, right? Total lie. Total lie. I remember you every day. So I can add a few to that, right? Tay, we'll just... Well, you know, if you do it, it's okay. I can't do it because I'm a commentator. So, you know, I'd probably, you know, because I'd probably start a YouTube war, and then they'd send all their trolls my way, and then we'd have to send all my trolls their way, and we'd just be in a troll battle, and we'd probably get censored, and that would suck. Is that a place there? Swiggles! Swiggy boys. What's going on, Siggy boys? I've seen you forever today. But, oh. Could you imagine that getting into a troll battle with another YouTuber? You know, just send all your trolls their way, and they send I'd just be like, I'll troll. That's up for the council of mods to make that decision. I'm concerned about your safety. Why? I can hit a moving target at almost a mile. I'm not really too concerned about my safety, and I have shovels with people's names on them. So why are you worried about my safety? Are you going to come threaten me? Oh, are you one of those cute little boys, Swiggy? Aw. Giving me a hard on, dude. That's sexy as fuck. I like when people come and threaten me. It makes me feel all happy. Ooh. Shut up like a fat kid in a candy store. I got me another one. Oh, man. Yay. Well, why would you watch an APEC movie? That's what I always thought was funny. You know, APEC is basically the sign of the devil, right? You know, or unholy excrements, right? And it's like everything's going Apex now. You got pot shops named Apex. You got just porn stores Apex. It's like, what the hell? There will be a day I'll soon come and meet you, brother. Nice. Well, if you show up and you don't have a cold 12-pack, I'm gonna be a little upset about this. You know, it survived thriller trend on Netflix. I don't watch Netflix. I had Netflix. They bored me, so I just don't watch Netflix anymore. I don't really watch a lot of movies anymore, though. I watch a lot of social media and try to get content from my show, because there's a lot of funny people out there in this world that come up with some of the most outrageous, craziest shit you'll ever think about in your life to think about. You're like, are you people on drugs? That's always my main question. Are you people on drugs? Last movie you watched? I watched the original Star Trek last night at 1 o'clock in the morning, where they go and the one guy merges with the travel spaceship satellite Voyager. That was kind of, you know. Are you interested in Michael movies? Like what kind of Michael movies? Like the scary Michael movies? Like or like what kind of Michael movies? I think that would be the question. Only time I watch horror flicks is when I'm with a girl and you know they're like they're holding on to you and they're like and they're getting closer to you. Michael Jackson, I don't think that'd scare a girl to like want to get closer to me. So I don't know. I mean, I grew up watching Michael Jackson. I literally know his whole story. I don't really need to watch the movie about it. You know, I remember all the bullshit court dates and all his tours and you know his white glove, his white sparkly glove, and his short pants. I never understood why he wore high rise, but it's probably because of his dance moves and things. I don't know. Maybe I should watch the movie. I don't know why he always wore high riding pants. You know, but the glove. I mean, you couldn't be Michael Jackson without the glove. You know. Because why the hell, right? He was a controversial personality. No, he wasn't. People were just dumb and wouldn't leave the poor guy alone. He was a kid superstar that lived his whole life as a kid, you know, and then he tried to regain his childhood because his childhood was stolen. I don't think it's really that much controversy, you know. Happens a lot of kid stars. They end up, you know, their life grows up funny. Why did you put my bucket outside? What the fuck? You know, look at Amanda. She was really hot when now she has face tattoos and all that shit. What the hell was her name? Amanda. I'm trying to think what show she was on. She was a big kid actor. But then she got into drugs and a whole bunch of trouble and stupid shit, you know. But that, you know, that's kind of look at the kid that was on. He killed himself. There's a lot of kid actors that end up just committing suicide, or can we say suicide? We can't say suicide. That end up committing personal injuries to themselves. His father admitted he was an awful father. He was an awful father. He was an abusive asshole. Yeah, thank you. At least somebody knows what I'm talking about. But yeah, she destroyed her life. I mean, well, look at Britney Spears. I mean, America's sweetheart, right? Fame kind of burnt her, you know, because some people they want fame, they want to be on top, and then they just realize they can't. They just mentally can't handle it. It just completely destroys everything about them, you know. Look at Jim Carrey. Fame made that man crazy, nutty or nutbag, you know. Because Keith Ledger, he ended up playing a part that completely mentally destroyed him. He had to end everything because he just couldn't, you know, because he couldn't no longer he didn't know what reality was and fake was. He completely just mentaled his brain to where his brain couldn't turn it all off anymore. Same with Jim Carrey. He can't come back to reality. He's played so many parts where his brain no longer. So I think the best thing for actors is is they should take breaks in between movies and allow themselves to come back to you know normalcy. And then you got rock stars that just shit. I think if they actually stop playing concerts, they probably die on us. I think the only thing keeps them alive is the. I know that company, disgusting. You know, the mind is a terrible thing to lose, and once you've lost your mind, it's a hard thing to get back. Once you get circled inside, you can't come back out because the demons have completely wrapped around you. You know, Thought of the day. Thought of the day. Hmm. Oh, hey Eric, are you still on? I'm gonna. I was talking about my greenhouse thing yesterday. I found the pictures for it, so I'm gonna post that in the Discord. You can see the how beautiful the greenhouse was looking, and then you can see the aftermath. It was all bad. I'll post pictures as soon as I found them. I was thinking about it this morning, like 2:30 in the morning. And, oh shit! Hey, I still have pictures of that. I'll post in the Discord so people can feel my misery and humor at the same time. It was pretty fun. I mean, oh, I was mad when it happened, but now I can laugh about it. So, Eric, bro, you should get on live again sometime soon. Eric is more than welcome to come on live anytime you want. Justin, you should come on live. And why haven't you joined the Discord yet? We'll get Justin on. Have him come shanger banger. Mm-hmm. Well, I can't because I don't have it set up for hop on yet. Because I wasn't even planning on doing a live. But I mean, I don't have the Discord, or I wouldn't. But you go join the Discord. It's like 2-second download to get a Discord. I mean, if my dumb ass can figure out how to make a Discord, I think you can. You can make a Discord, Justin. I'll make one though, just to join. Okay. I need to get StreamYard so we can get like a whole bunch of people on at one time because apparently YouTube only lets one person on a time. But as soon as I get StreamYard, we get like 4 or 5, 6 people on a time. We could have a big panel of crazy. Mm-hmm. Get all the grumpy boys on at once, and we'll have a full out crazy discussion. Then we'll see what the tray looks like, and the Rock, and the Justin, and the Trey, and the Tate. We'll even bring her on. My dumbass has no idea what a Discord is. I had no idea what Discord was too until I got into YouTube, and everyone was like, "Come join the Discord," and I was like, "All right." So I joined their Discord, and then I figured after I started my own YouTube, I might as well have a Discord. So I started a Discord, and I've kind of it's growing. I think we're up to 13 people now. We are huge, huge. I mean, some people have like 5,000 people, but I'm a small guy. I'm excited about 13. It's the small things you should be happy about. It's like a fishing story. It might be small, but you can make that thing sound huge. So, mm-hmm. Oh, diggity Dan, diggity Dan. I should probably go do something important. Go back to farm chores. I don't want to, but I got to get stuff done. And I keep procrastinating. I should drive down to the road. Actually, I could take you guys on the road with me. I don't have to. Well, no, I can't because stop. No, I can't because I can only take you so far into the road, and then I lose phone service. Yeah, because as soon as mother son of a bitch, stop it. All right, we're having issues here. Technical difficulties. I moved the shirt. Now the shit won't stay still. Sweet. If I drop you like 4 or 5 more times, let's see if we can cause brain damage. Ah! Mother. Bird basket. Bird basket. Bird basket. I think bird basket's probably a lot better than the S word or the F word. Bird basket sounds good. I always like dingleberry. Dingleberries are a pretty good word. I like calling people dingleberries. Because they don't know what dingleberry is. It even works. That's it, You call somebody something, they're like, what's a dingleberry? Go look it up. You'll figure it out. It's a little toilet paper rolls up you wipe your butt or the other thing. So, it's how you know you need to take a bath. Because if you get the dingleberries, You should go wash yourself. Hmm. 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 Oh, that's weird. Normally I don't jam up when it's warm outside. I think he sees you. Come out, Camellia. I think so. Oh, I think I need to call Waste Management back too and see if they've ever figured out why my dumpster was taken and they didn't bring me my dumpster back. Because that still pisses me off. Like you would not believe pisses me off that they stole my dumpster and brought me a mini dumpster. They're still charging me for the big dumpster price. Next live stream. Oh, if the boys are cool with it, they'll be at 6 p.m. If not, we don't know. Rusty Nels. Yesterday I dropped a poop in my best friend's toilet tank. Why would you poop in his toilet tank? It's called the upper decker. Want to be my friend. Not if you're going to poop in the wrong damn tank. Because I'm going to have brown trout floaters flying around and gross. Why would you do such a thing? That is not funny. Because somebody has to reach in there and, you know, that's going to break down. And every time you flush it, just brown water is going to come out. I mean, that's kind of, you know, that's kind of ingenious. But, you know, still gross, you know. That's almost as bad as me washing my butt inside the freaking Taco Bell sink. I had a reason for it, though, because they had no toilet paper. I'm thinking about starting a business involving gambling and alcohol. Should I have liquor in the front or poker in the rear? I poker in the front and I liquor in the rear. Now, as long as you wash it first, I mean, I guess it's okay. It's like a 9-volt battery. You know, you probably shouldn't, but you're gonna do it anyways. So, lick away, licky away. Just like kind of do the scratchy stuff. And make sure you get the dingleberries out first. You know, that's way it. You know, you don't got any. Have to pull shit out of your teeth, or you know, you know. Maybe it's the angle that I'm getting vertigo. Justin, you go. I mean, he can if he joins the Discord. If Tristan don't want to come on there, Justin come on, hang out with us later tonight for show number 2. And we'll just call it. We'll just tell everybody Justin's my kid. Raccoon as well went wild. Well, this went wild. every now and then we go to the dark side. We can't behave ourselves. We're like, oh, let's see where this can take us down this rabbit hole. If you're remodeling your bathroom and you were offended, and if you were offered a golden doorknob or a golden shower, which one would you take? Well, they both need to be clean because people are filthy animals. So, I mean, it's okay if you're in the shower, you know, because you can. But I don't recommend having it done like on a bed or anything. Always do it in the shower or do it in the rain, you know. So, because at least if you're in the rain and you get a golden shower, you stay warm, you know. So there's a win-win. So, but can we have both though? Because sometimes it might be just fun to have both because you can feel like Midas like every time you enter into the bathroom, and then if you get the shower, you can feel Asian. So, like you'd be like a golden Asian Midas man. So yeah. hmm I guess if you did, I mean, it'd be better than taking door number 2 though. I mean, at least if it's door number 1, you're okay. But if you take door number 2, that gets a little poopy, Mr. Rusty Nails. And that takes you to the whole parallel of 2 girls in a cup. And I'm just not into the whole pudding corn cup. Not my thing. No. Because that'd be some weird science shit. Mm-hmm. Now that I've grossed out everybody over your concept of your question. Oh. Oh, I tried to explain to Ib that I have to shave my hoo-ho to be able to swipe. She was baffled. Oh man, hair girl. It's like a giant. Just explain to her like a the old rose hedges, you know, like in England where they just all kind of bind together. That's why you got to trim the hedges because yeah, it gets dangerous back there. You know, that's the way I look at it, just in general. Well, he's shitting and getting. I have to blow my nose again with all that dust storm. Ugh, ugh. Thanks, I'm gonna scare the shit out of you for that, Mr. UPS man. Next time you come to deliver something, I'm gonna make you poop your pants. Mm-hmm. I'm like, wah! Dust my ass off. Whew. Eleanor asked me, "Dada, why does the hair grow out your nose? You look weird." I always tell that nose hair so you don't have to smell people's poopy buttholes, but you know. It's my own fault for parking up here. Did you really name your daughter Eleanor? Eleanor, darling, Eleanor. What a weird name, Eleanor. Why would you name your child that? That's child abuse to name your kid Eleanor. Would you call her Ella for short? Even! What is even? Thank you, sir. I appreciate you so much. Thanks for the likes. At least somebody likes me. I got friends in all places. And a nose full of freaking dirt now. Oh, shit. Jesus. Thanks, UPS man. And ups for the ups, man. I gotta do data collection for these. So don't worry, next live stream I'll come by and give you some more. Oh, thank you, sir. Oh. I think we're gonna go for a fluff. Like I'm giving birth. Jesus. Hee hoo 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 ha hoo. Oh, that sucks. Just, I'm getting hot flashes and nose stuff. Fee fi fo fum. You can will yourself not to sneeze. You're like, no. It's her grandmother's name. My twin sister, middle's name, Eleanor Jean Desmond Edmund. The boy is 9th generation. Name of family. All right. That's a very proper raccoon. Very, very proper, sir. Very. I had an Uncle Emmett. That's pretty funny. I did. I had a great Uncle Emmett. His wife made the best blackberry cobbler from fresh blackberries by the little creek. They had a creek behind their house. Best blackberry cobbler you ever had in your life. Especially with a big scoop of old-fashioned vanilla ice cream. Oh, man. It was to die for. Just then my grandmother, rest her soul, she made better than sex cake. Oh, I don't know if it was ever better than sex, but it was pretty good cake. You know, pineapple upside down cake. Only time I like pineapple as in pineapple upside down cake. It's good shit. You should try it if you've never had it. So, but hey, Billy Boob, looking good. Oh, thank you, Sir Ninja. Ninja. What is up, Senor Ninja? Welcome, welcome. Um, I'm the only ninth generation to not be named from validation of it. Emmett or Desmond. All right. I'm the only person in my family that doesn't have a J name, so I'm okay with that. Like, my father was like, oh shit, the boxer, not Muhammad Ali, George Foreman, like George Foreman. Everybody in his family was named George. My dad was stuck on J names, and then I came and I screwed it all up. So, only one that does not have a J name in the family. Thank God. Thank you, Father. Thank you, thank you. You know. You know, there's always that. I think I would have been a good J. Of course, technically, I was supposed to be a Christina. So apparently, oh my God, I am trans because apparently I was supposed to be a Christina, and I totally did not come out as a Christina. So I fricked that one up for him. Don't forget to open the windows before you spit. Thank you. And now we know. That'd be horrible. My mom, before she left to heaven with dementia, told me she cheated on me and Sally. Well, fucking Jesus Christ. Hold on. Rewind. My mom, before she left to heaven with dementia, she told me she cheated on me and Sally. Were some other dude's kids. No idea if that is true or not. Well, I mean, to find out, just go cheek swab your daddy, and you know, if you don't have key points of DNA, you know, if she was telling the truth. But because typically dementia patients, they only remember to certain periods of time. They don't remember now, but they do remember past. So, and they say when you're dealing with dementia patients, don't correct them. Like, don't say, hey, don't tell them, hey, I'm your son a million times, or hey, I'm your daughter a million times. Just, you know, just let them, because let them work itself out to who they know who you are. If you try to remind you just frustrate them, and you actually cause them more issues. Then I divorced my wife, but she's still my sister. Fucking awesome, dude. At least you don't take up for family vacations, you know, because that would really run Christmas if you had issues, you know. We had a family friend that actually married his stepsister, and everybody was like, so like, oh, you married your step? Well, they're not even freaking blood related. Who cares? I mean, they were I mean, the parents had divorced, right? So their parents were married, and they grew up together as brother and sister, right? But technically, their parents divorced, so they were no longer physically brother and sister when they got together. So it wasn't weird. You know what I mean? Now, if their parents were still married, it might have been a little weird. But I mean, technically, if the parents got divorced and they were no longer brother and sister, are they really brother and sister when they got married? No. There's that whole thin line of technically they weren't really. I guess where I am. Guess where I am. You're in the pooper, thinking of big old Grumpy. You're like, push it, Grumpy. You're making a Grumpy. Was I close? I know you're not right behind me because I have mirrors. One life of advice for you, regret of you. One life advice from you, and one regret from you. Don't pee in the wind. Number best advice in the world. And I have pissed in the wind, and I regret it. Actually, I peed on an electric fence once. Let's go with that one. Don't pee on the electric fence because it gives you a zippy zapper, and don't do it. You know. I probably have a few of these. Um, we'll go with those two for right now. Best I got. I mean, I'm sure I have more. I have a list here somewhere of life advices and regrets. Actually, really, I don't actually have any regrets because regrets just make you ill, just make you mentally ill. Then you start thinking about, oh God, I don't regret anything. I don't. My past history and things I did in my past has made me who I am today. A grumpy old miserable bastard, and I'm happy about that. So never regret, you know. Because if you know what happens when you start regretting shit, you think about it. It just burrows and boils in your brain, and then it just pisses you off all day long because you're like, oh, I could have done this, I could have done that. What ifs, what ifs, what that. Fuck that shit. Don't ever have what ifs in your life. You know. Man, I just fucking cleaned my nose. Could you not slow down when you drove by the house? Jesus. Here we go, round two, blowing my ass off. Achoo, achoo, achoo. We're gonna be like a superhero till the dust clears. Oh, UPS man driving like a. I can't blame him though, because I mean he has a lot of his deliveries are like miles apart, and he only has a certain amount of time to get them all done. So my perfume, my cologne smells good. I like it. I smell so sexy. I got that man smell. I mean, you should smell pretty when you go in public. And I just like smelling pretty on the farm, because I got to smell myself all day. I always figured like this: if you can't stand your own smell, that's probably a good cue to go take a bath. My friend's wife, though, that poor woman, she was literally allergic to water. It would burn her skin. I felt so bad for her. She never stank though. I mean, the woman never stank, but they had to order the special jelly that she had to wash herself with to kill the bacteria and stuff like that. But no, she couldn't use regular. And I don't know. I think it was just because of the stuff that was in the city water that she was allergic to. I don't know if she was really physically allergic to water itself, but yeah, it did burn her skin, or horribly burn her skin. I mean, she would look like a. It actually caused her blisters and things. It was really weird. So it could have been the fluoride or the chlorine or the other poisonous shit they put in our city drinking water to make it safe to drink. That's why I like well water. There's nothing in my water but water. Well, there might be a couple dead mice and raccoons and shit like that, but it's 400 feet underground. I doubt it. 440 feet. So unless I'm drinking mole people piss, that could be possibly too. You never know. I checked the pH on it though. It's pretty clear because I'm very fond of clean water. It's like when you go out into the woods, never just drink water right out of the stream or the lake. Always boil it because you don't want giardia. If you've ever had giardia, you know what I'm talking about. You poop yourself for a week and you feel oh so bad about life. There you go, Mr. Razzle Dazzle there, Mr. Rizzle Tesla. If you ever go up in the mountains, boil the water or you're going to regret it. Mm-hmm. And even when you go up to the ice glaciers, don't drink the water right off the glaciers. You're talking about hundreds of 1,000-year-old bacteria and shit in that water. And we don't even have cures for some of that shit diseases they have. We have a code red. What's the code red, Trey? What are we doing? What's going on? What's code red? Got me all excited. I like code reds. I don't take it personally when a woman hurts you. I regret eating wrong. Why the fuck are you eating raw chicken? Yeah, that's some damn good advice, Raccoon. Never take it personally. Just move on, replace. Yes, they've already. If a woman has come to the contention where she's already cheating on you, don't worry. She does not feel bad about it. We had a work emergency. What was the work emergency? Did somebody get killed by a dumbbell? Somebody drop a weight on their head? That would suck. Somebody pooped themselves because they lifted too much weights. What's the right emergency? Stop leaving us hanging, man. Tell us. The DD showed up. What is the DDC? Is that like an inspector guy? Is that like somebody that comes in and says you're doing it wrong? I don't know what a DCC is. Better than the IRS. I figured some kind of inspector, but I'm not putting the letters together. What a DCC is, unless it has to do with like the main head manager guy, like the district frickin' chairman or some shit like that. It's probably that's probably what it is. What the DCC stands for. Probably something district, like the head gym dude. Of course, Trey's just going to sit here and let me fight with my dyslexia for the next hour and just telling us what DCC stands for. For fucking sakes, monkey. Good God. I still love you, Trey. Actually, you know what, Trey? You know what? I think you should date that girl. Because you can only have so many conversations with your cat. So I think you should date the girl. I 100% support you in dating the girl. Yes, I do. Yes. I talk to my dog all the time. He's a lousy conversationalist. He was drooling on me yesterday. I'm like, dude, stop fucking drooling on me. Yuck. I mean, it's like, it's nasty. I don't drool on him. Don't drool on me. Slobbering bastard. Department of Cannabis Control. Oh. Do you sell weed at the gym or you work at a weed store? I'm so confused now. So you sell marijuana? Oh, well, that makes so much sense. Now, Department of Cannabis Control. Yeah, you don't want those assholes to show up. I drank water out of a stream and lake regularly growing up, but one time I got the beaver fever. Not worth it. Yeah, no, no. You do not want Giardia. You'll poop and piss yourself, and you'll pray to God that it stops, that it goes away. I mean, you don't know what dead animals upstream or what animals peed or pooped in there. I mean, especially don't drink. They say glacier water. Don't drink the glacier water unless you boil it. IT security for major. Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense. That makes more sense. Thank you for enlightening. I'm like, I thought you worked at the gym, but that makes sense. Yeah, that'd be if the inspector shows up though. Yeah, that's always bad, because they take reports and burn shit in bags, and they're like, oh, look at this. Mm-hmm. Old Jorge, God, you can hear him from a long. He got some pipes. Do you guys hear him? He's like 300 feet from me. He has some pipes on that rooster. I should put him in the movies. Gonna put me in the movies. They're gonna make a star out of me. Fiddle faddle, fiddle faddle, fiddle faddle. Are we incognito today, Trey? You're hiding your personality? All right, that's okay. That's cool. Mm-hmm. They go through waiting for me to move the car so they can go sneak up on the road. I got their game. Boop, boop, there we go. Recycling. 15 miles up from back country. Have to hike out to the Guardians. It's not fun. I was told about this. Apparently there's this lakes up on top of the hill that it's a good hike down the pathway, but Last time I was up there was a big kitty cat, and so if I do go, I need to take a certain object with me, probably a friend, somebody I can outrun, because. But I did leave. I did. I was. I was really nice though. I did. I did leave the cheeseburger though. Because you can't leave without leaving the big kitty a cheeseburger. So, and I don't know if it took it or some raccoons or something took it, but it was gone. So, that she's a big kitty. She's probably a couple 100 pounds, and she could eat your face, and she wouldn't care. So, you they're such a beautiful animal up close, though. You know, one time out of 9,000 wasn't worth it, but boil your water. I mean, it's always boil your water, always. You know, and I'll always have always take one of those little oil cookers with you because sometimes with wet wood you can't start wet wood, so always have some kind of backup plan. You know, always have a backup, and always number one good thing of advice: always have an emergency kit in your car. You know, water bottles, some kind of snack food, always zipped up in a Ziploc bag so you don't attract the bugs and the mice. But always have some aluminum blankets in there. Those that you can wrap yourself because you never know. You can get stuck out in the middle of nowhere and sub-zero, and your car won't start because the battery's froze. And always take precautionary actions. That could take the away from what really matters. That could take the time away from what really matters. Well, I mean that's true, but yeah, always prepare for the. Always have a screw. Always have a small tool set in your car. A couple screwdrivers, a couple ratchets, a couple sockets. Or a ratchet with a socket and a couple wrenches. Always have that in your car. You know, a booster solar charger is always nice to have for. So if you gotta charge up your. Are you talking about the girlfriend or the cat, Trey? Or are we talking about the job? First aid kit. First aid kits is always a good idea. A couple bandages. Always. Precautionary things because. Like out here where I'm at, if you get in a rollover accident out here, there's not half the time there is no cell service, and depending on if a car would actually physically ever stop for you, is slim to none. So I mean, you could be out here for days, all screwed up and beat up and all freaking mangled for some fucking big old bee. And I look like a pussy. That scared the shit out of me. Did you guys see that big old bumblebee? Holy Jesus. Whew. I think I pooped myself a little bit. Cats. I mean, I didn't say cats aren't awesome. I'm just saying, go for the girl. Girls are pretty, and they let you cuddle with them, and they let you kiss them and things. I mean, what's wrong with a girl? I guess a cat will let you snuggle with and kiss it too, but then you get hairballs. You can love your pets, just don't love your pets. Give you a minute to figure out what movie that was on. That was on the movie The Truth About Cats and Dogs. I mean, just in case anybody had never watched that movie. It was actually a good movie. Oh shit! Did I check the mail? I don't remember. No. I think we scared Justin away. We were like, "You should come on the show," and he's like, "Nope." he took off like a badass. Did you see that? We scared Justin away. That's funny. I tried to explain to him why you always need to take things in your car, like coats and blankets and dry foods. Yeah, I mean you should. You should definitely always have the whiskey because, whiskey is real. Actually, honey's. You should actually have honey in your car too. Not natural honey because natural honey is actually a good antiseptic. So if you like injure yourself, you're bleeding, You put super glue works too, but you put a little honey on there and wrap it up. It'll coagulate the blood and it'll keep it from getting infected. Things you should know. You know. I mean, you might have to put the honey between your armpit for a while, let it to warm back up, so it's not a nice big old crusty clump of hoo-ha, but you know. And if you are in sub-zero weathers, and it's just you and two dudes, always butts together, not like, you know, butts together. Unless you immediately want a sword fight, you know, that's up to you. The reason it's named 4th of July Pass. Oh shit, I know this. Ooh, look at the crab spider. You're a pretty little devil, aren't you, you little demon? I know why it's called 4th of July Pass night. For some reason, I can't think of it. That and Lookout Pass. I know Donner's Pass is Donner Pass, but you know what's funny? The Donners actually didn't eat anybody. They got eaten. It was just a Donner wagon trail. But trust me, if I was stuck up in the mountains in a snowstorm and I couldn't get out and I had to eat, I'd definitely eat the skinny person first, you know, because I'm health conscious, you know. Don't eat the fat person first. Always save them for last. Eat the skinny people. Just don't eat the brains, because brains are toxic. Oh, he's such a lovely little fella. He's eating the dead bugs off my windshield. What a nice guy. No. I do like going over. I think it's Lookout. I think it's 4th of July. I like look. Well, now 4th of July. I like Lookout. Lookout's a better pass in the winter versus 4th of July. That's fine. They're both twisty and windy and freaking miserable passes, but you know. Hello, Mr. Hey, can I have some of your apples? Hey, they're emptying out all the apple storages. Apples only last so long in cold store, and then they gotta get rid of them. But you know, that's one thing I keep laughing when people say the economy is going to shit. You know how many freaking trucks pass by my house per day, especially going to Canada and back? Thousands. You know, so if the economy is going to shit, it's a lie. Because if the economy's bad, freight's bad, and if they're not moving freight, that's when you know shit's going to tits up. But you know, as long as you see semi trucks moving, you know shit's still working. That's number one. No. Apples and peanut butter sounds good. Actually, that sounds amazing. You know what actually sounds really good? Chocolate syrup and whipped cream. That sounds pretty fun too. But apples and peanut butter, yeah. Apples and peanut butter sounds delicious. I also highly recommend having a small, butane torch, or at least a jet flame lighter, you know, right? 100% chocolate syrup and whipped cream sounds amazing, but everything quickly, you're in the middle of everything covered in snow. Well, that's why I recommend having the little cooker, the little gas stove, you know, the ones that come in the liquid stoves, you know, they come in a little canisters, and you poke a hole in it and you put the top on it. Because you can light one of them up in your car and not have to worry about major damage to anything, because they burn those alcohol cookers, you know. So I know I'm carrying around a box in the back of my car, and it says, "I'm waiting for somebody to call like bomb squad on me." I'll show you. It's funny to me, but I'll show you. So it's what I carry my old books in. I should probably take it out of the car, but you know, hold on, let me turn you around here. But I mean, it does say explosive protected on there, but I mean, that's what I carry my old books in. You know, it's my book, it's my book carrier. But I am one of these days though waiting for somebody to see me at the gas station going, dude got dynamite on him. Just for shits and giggles, you know. But oh, I dropped my dope. But you know, uh, to me it's just an empty box. But you know, some people, you know. Totally horrible. Holy shit. One time Kirk Olsen went hunting in the big hole in the bloody deed. Thank you for putting the foot size instead of the inch size. I got a joke on that one. As soon as I read this, 9 feet, he just set up camp and he ate a deer. Got like 5 weeks later, snowmobiles. Yeah, I mean, just. Oh, hold on, let me sneeze myself out here. So I had just moved to Texas. Right? And the kid was building one of his motorized bicycles. I swear to God, he has to have a motor on everything. Anyways, so he was building one of his motorized bicycles. We went to the parts store, right? We needed to get some fuel line, and there was a young black kid there, and we were talking, you know, and I asked him, I said, is this feet or inches, right? And he looks at me kind of, I'm like, dude, I'm white. I only got an inch to measure with. So, I mean, you should know. I mean, because this kid turned right red. It was funnier than shit. But I fucked the whole joke up. But yeah, it was mainly it was a penile joke and all that. But some people don't know the difference between the foot and the inches. So there's one thing over than that you choose for inches. So now we know. No, but that's okay. Different story. I fucked the joke up. Oh, fucking. It's through my nose all fucking busted. Oh. Dust is horrible. Oh, it's Mary. Oh. Well, it was like, what was it, last year or the year before last? You know, there was these, I think it was 3 hunters. I think it was a dad and 2 sons. They went up hunting and they got lost, backtracked. Never sleep on the cold ground. Never. And I don't care if you got to build a whole bunch of brush and shit like that. Never sleep directly on the ground. But yeah, they found them all dead from hypothermia, you know, because the cold ground just sucks the heat right out of you. Never sleep on the ground. Never. Especially in a winter. Always sleep above the ground, you know. It doesn't take much to break limbs off a tree and build up a little, you know, a little bed platform. It doesn't take long to just get yourself up off the ground. But yeah, never sleep on the cold ground. Never. But once again, though, if you should always, I mean, those little life-saving blankets. I mean, they're, you know, put them in your inside pocket. Always carry one of them if you're going out hiking or something like that. Always, always, always. You know. Hell, I think when I go, I mean, normally I carry some bottled waters with me and stuff like that. You know, always carry a first aid pack and a knife. Always have a knife. I don't care where you go. Always have a pocket knife. You know, especially close to you when you're driving. Because I'm going to tell you another gruesome story. So, this old boy had rolled his car, right? He had rolled his car. And the way he was sitting when he rolled his car, his seatbelt was connected like this. Well, apparently nobody had a pocket knife, and so he ended up losing his life because nobody could cut the seatbelt. But always have a knife with you. You look like Jim McAllister. All right, thank you. That's a new. That's a new one for the list of people I may look like. I mean, I can't even say I look like Grumpy because there's a lot of Grumpies on YouTube. I didn't even notice when I made my YouTube channel. In fact, there's like 1,000 Grumpies. Trust me, it's no hate. It's a compliment. I take everything as a compliment. Because if I figured it was hate, my mods probably would have got rid of you by now. So there's always that one. Yeah. Open the windows. Let some more air in. It's getting stifling here. I probably need to clean. Stop moving. You stupid phone. There's always that. My neighbors are probably going, why is he sitting at the front of his driveway? I like to keep them on their toes, make them wonder. But that's all right. And I'm going to have to figure out who Jim McAllister is. Isn't Jim McAllister a guy off John Wayne? Wasn't John Wayne Jim McAllister? I think so. Off of where they kidnap his grandson. And he goes out with his sons and tries to get his grandson. But wasn't that Jim McAllister? Or is there an actor named Jim McAllister? I don't know. Like Jim McAllister, I'm pretty sure it was off off a John Wayne movie. Oh, you want to hear a funny haha? So apparently John Wayne did not like Clint Eastwood, right? Because John Wayne always thought Clint Eastwood was just a dirty, rotten Democrat. And come to find out, Clint Eastwood was always a good Republican like John Wayne. Good Republicans, But apparently Clint Eastwood had sent John Wayne a movie script, right? And John Wayne just threw it away. And they sent it to him again, and he was on his yacht, and he threw it off his freaking yacht. Because he's like, I don't want no damn Democrat script. Me and John Wayne have a lot freaking in common, I'll tell you that much, Me and the Duke. Because I'd probably do the same damn thing, fucking Democrat. But later in life, though, they did meet up, and they were good friends, but there's a story for you. So there's been a long competitive. I mean, when people say there's extreme political differences, and political differences have always been, it is a lot more extremist today than it has ever been. But yeah, there's always been a extreme dislike between partisans. I always kind of look like politics like a sporting event. You have your favorite team, and you're always hoping for your favorite team to win. That's the way I look at it. Mm-hmm. My grandfather allegedly knew Eastwood. No way to verify. I did hear he hated John Wayne, but he didn't watch Wayne's movies after growing up. No. Your grandfather hated Eastwood or hated John Wayne? No, it was the other way around. John Wayne didn't like Clint Eastwood because Eastwood was always sending John Wayne movie scripts to play a movie with him, but John Wayne had an issue with the way he portrayed being a cowboy and things like that, his ruffian nature. There's a whole documentary on it. But you know, it's like John Wayne's first movies when he was a singing cowboy. That wasn't John Wayne singing. They had a guy come in and sing for John Wayne, a dub over voice. So I always like one of my favorite old time actors. That was always Red Buttons. Red Buttons was funny. He was a funny guy. hmm Played in a lot of movies, but he played in a lot of John Wayne movies because they were good friends. You know, so. hmm hmm But I really like the old school actors a lot more than I like the new age actors. I don't know. I just think that they made you feel like you were in the movie. You know, if you ever go watch the old black and whites or just the old Technicolor movies, you know, you just felt like the actor was making you feel like you were part of the movie. In modern day movies, you know, it's like you're just watching a freaking computer animated, you know, show that it's so fakey looking. You know, it's like, you know, that's kind of like why I like the old original Star Trek versus the newer Star Trek, because at least, you know, they made the explosions more lifelike than than with the newer CGI shit, you know, because. And here's my question: since there's technically nothing flammable on the spaceship, what really was, the flames? But you know, I agree. TV show, exactly, Penelope, exactly. You know, it's weird to me, but I got a dinger bell. Somebody dinger belled me. I don't know why I keep getting Seattle weather. I don't live in Seattle. I hate how it gets robotic. Right? It completely f's everything up. But hell, even actors are so robotic anymore. I mean, they're they're just they seem so fake in the movies today. I mean, they just don't. I don't know. It's weird to me. It's really kind of hard to explain how. I mean, just if you go back and you watch the old movies, how versus new movies, it's just you'll see a big difference. It could just be a generation thing, total visual arts and stuff like that, But well, I think I'm going to call this live stream a success. We had some good people today. Always love to hang out with all you guys. The snow deleted all the trees yesterday. That's sad. It'll be 80 today. What do you mean it deleted all the? Hold on, before I take off. No, did it knock all the trees down, or did it just hide all the trees? Wait, before I take off. Now I'm curious. Now I got to know, Raccoon. You got my curiosity here. I mean, because I have seen avalanches take out whole freaking forest. So we're talking major melt off, freaking muddy, sludgy trees just laying down everywhere. And everybody left me. I was trying to get a conversation. Well, shit. Oh, I probably should end the show at that point then. All right, friends and family and viewers all over the world, and we all love you here at the Grumpy's Hangout. Like I always say, if you can't be happy, let's be grumpy together, and hopefully I'll see you at 6 o'clock with Grumpy's and Sons.